also talked about two things, model and LLMs. How do a layman understand these terms? And in order to learn them, what do you think the knowledge levels they have to upscale?
This is very basic thing. From a consulting point of things, you have to sit with the CXOs and business leaders.
Mm-hmm.
What is the purpose, they wanted to use? What are the business case and use case we need to understand? Understand in the sense, even sometimes it's a contact center related things, or a chatbot related things, or a text related things, or a call center I'm going to implement, or something like that. Or else sometimes, the people are thinking that a computer vision based OCR, ICR, or something like that, or image classification, or something like that. Sometimes, people are thinking that, okay, I'm giving some hundreds and tens and thousands of document I'm going to give. So your model, it has to go learn, and kind of if I'm asking some questions, it has to respond or something like that. So based on the purpose and use cases, we have to choose the right LLMs we have to choose. But now the choosing the LLM, we have to categorize for about 40 to 50 different parameters we have to evaluate. Evaluate in the sense, sometimes, open source is available. Sometimes, cost is also involved. Cost in the sense, for asking prompt, input, output, there is a cost associated. So those things, carefully we have to capture. Second thing is, kind of what kind of responsible AI, kind of we are going to use. Use in the sense, what kind of knowledge and accuracy the LLM should have, or something like that. What kind of domain adoptions, it has to bring. Domain adoption in the sense, I'm from a finance or banking or insurance. So that kind of knowledge is specific, it should have. On top of it, what kind of general knowledge it should have. If suppose I'm asking a question, who is the Prime Minister of India or UK or America or something like that. So that kind of general knowledge also, it has to give, or something like that. So on top of it, what is the input characters, I'm going to give? Sometimes, different LLMs, it gives, thousands and 2,500 limitations are there. Sometimes, people are using, kind of, I'm copying Excel spreadsheet, one table I'm putting here, it has a limitation or something like that. And similarly, what kind of toxicity, kind of, it is going to address, it is going to limit, or something like that. Governance AI, responsible AI, helpful, harmlessness, correctiveness, and the completeness. So everything, all things, kind of, we have to evaluate carefully for our purpose. With the cost, return on investment also, we need to think about it. On top of it, privacy, that is very, very important thing. Security also, we need to think about it. Industry to industry, there are regulations, or different regulations, compliance, policies. So those things also, we have to consider. Then finally, we have to choose LLMs for our purpose. So putting together everything, once we have selected or shortlisted one or two in the sense, try to do a POC or a POV or a MVP. If it is giving that accurate in the sense, then, kind of, then we can go for the implementation. Before getting into the implementation, we have to submit whether the cost or something like that, how long does it go, what kind of accuracy, and tangible benefit, intangible benefit, those things, we have to submit. Once it is approved, then only we have to go for the implementation or something like that.
Very interesting point, Govind. I think I also can understand that going forward, we will have the models and also the LLMs where you can select domain specific, your responsiveness specific, and what you need to implement. You need to pick and choose and then pay for it. Will my understanding is okay in the future? That is going to be?
Yeah, absolutely correct. The purpose is important. At the moment, one LLM's not even solving the whole purpose of any company. If suppose, if we're taking banking in the sense, we have thousands and thousands of, business process and business scenarios, KYCs, we have digital onboarding is there, trading is there, also anti-money laundering is there, also contact center is something different, wealth customers are something different. But everything, each and everything in the sense, in a holistic view, we have to think about which LLM is giving the right input or something like that. Based on that 40 to 45 different parameters, then only we have to choose. On top of it, this security things, what is the IP, patent, privacy, data related things also we have to consider. Then finally, we have to choose.
Excellent.